not take anything from your bedroom, ask your daughter. Why are you doing this to me? I am not guilty for this. Wahlanya. That's what's going on in your heart right now. I've done nothing wrong. Yes, like it. Yes. Ma, what are you gonna do? Ma, I'm scared of you. Talk from outside. Ma, Gyataba.
So just open the door. I want to ask you something. Please open the door. Listen. Karabo phone. I'm asking you whether you have forced open that door. What is your response? Because I can't blame Amuto wrong.
Listen, please be honest, but you know how Maya is towards me. I did not open that door. You saw me this morning when I woke up. All I did was make breakfast. I never opened that door. Please be honest if it was you. You know I did it if it was you.
Listen, drop.
Listen, just be honest, please. You know I didn't do it.
Listen, I don't know. I haven't opened anyone's door.
It's not me either, Ma. You're gonna blame me. I didn't do it.
I swear.
It's not me. Listen, please be honest. I'm begging you.
The toilet paper thing. You didn't open that door.
Listen, I did not just tell her that you were here earlier when I woke up.
That's fine.
I didn't.
You know what, Karabo?
I didn't, Ma. It was not me. Please don't blame me.
Between Lily too. Don't expect anything from me. Because I'm trying my best to make sure that there's everything for everyone. But all my efforts because you keep on pushing me. Yeah, every time how well enough. Hide that behind Andy. Every time she does that. I was not surprised that she was crying. I knew that also that was the inside. So I left because what and then I was not going to blood. Here, you don't blood either. So I want to have my blood in my head. What of here? For you. Why should you what about the coffee? And you know this is like how I told you. You have to have a dog. Come and find it. They just understanding of your face. And then how to do it? I don't. I think I'm not. Why should I open the everything that's not big. Okay.
I didn't do this. Ma, get away on. I want to see.
I'm going to learn.
I promise you, Ma, I did not do this. I'm coming in because I overheard you talking to someone on the phone. I promise you, with everything in my life, I didn't do this. Did I have done? But this I didn't do. I don't know. It's strange. I know. If the city is denying it, but I promise you, I didn't do this.
Are you going to allow me to talk?
Say what you have to say, Ma.
Karabo, when I lock that door, I'm not locking it to deny you.
No, but I promise you I did not do that. Can I see it? I don't know what
we need to have this conversation.
I'm not wanting to vandalism.
It happened.
Yes, that much I can agree if you say that it's been ripped out. But I did not do it.
Toilet paper,
my intention was to come to you because that's what I did. Yeah, but I did not do that. I'm here to defend myself here.
Don't go and scratch in my room.
No, but just think about this. Why would I vandalize and just break it?
Because it seems
I will confess to that.
No,
I took the coffee.
No need to confess.
I took the coffee.
And not only that,
okay, well then I don't know what to talk about. I didn't do it.
To talk because we need to talk about this so that you understand where I come from. I'm not doing this to be malicious. I'm doing this to manage the resources because I've got only 4 months left to work. And I can instill a behavior Ya gore ha rena le dintho, whatever that I buy must last us for the whole month because a go sa tlhola go ba le tšhelete. So it's not me locking that door because ke batlo kwalla Karabo. Ha ke tsamaya goseng, ha ke fetso ke ya menyako ole, I made sure gore go na le toilet paper ka mo bathroom.
Mama, I did not open situation.
I made sure gore go na le sesepa se tlhapang because ke di shebile ka re mara sepa se I'm sure se
sepa ke se bone mo godima counter ka se kenya mo ha shower because I was trying to avoid go bother ha o le o robetse go tlo bula o robetse
sepa se beilwe ke nna goseng because ha ke fetso tlhapa
I thought Lesedi was the one that put it.
Ha ke fetso tlhapa ke plate ro itse ke sepa sele motho e bona ka tlhapa after nna. Then ordering again I'm camera ya ka no batla se o tla se bona a senke.
And I did just that ka se kenya mo ha shower.
So I'm I'm trying to show you gore the whole purpose of what I'm doing is not to deprive
but what
you
I want you to understand
anything.
Is that I would never vandalize anything in your house. To rip open it's a form of vandalism. To be spiteful or malicious, it's not what I would ever do to you. But so how that thing ended up ripped open, I'm here confessing to the coffee. I'm confessing that because it was available, right? More some time ago. That's how the situation that was when I saw the coffee. Right? Mara,
fine.
I'm cleaning
we're starting from scratch. I'm going to take it. This did not happen. This.
But I want to see it.
No,
I want to see what happened. If the city is denying, what I'm trying to say here is that if the city is denying and I'm denying, then there's a bigger problem at hand here. You need to investigate if somebody did not walk in to figure out, to vandalize.
Now we need to finish this discussion. I'm going to take it, this did not happen. I'm going to have the same conversation there now. I'm taking this did not happen. And two, I'm not doing this to deny anyone any supplies. No, I'm not doing that. But that is
what I had resolved in my own self to do. The day I found that situation locked, I was like, okay, I guess next time I need ice cream, whatnot, I'll have to go and ask. I just so fairly, so I just want to get
exactly. So
today, it comes to nation for me. We are both open and then trying to open because I've been doing it so far. Whenever I need like hairspray, today I wanted to spray my hair, and then I realized, oh, wait, Mara, wrench it. My vandalism. That's not me.
That's why.
So if you've been vandalized, check it. If you did not get
we're starting from scratch. We're starting from scratch. This did not happen, but it's important for you and for her and for those to understand that hakikili akakia mean holy supplies because kidi supplies tamonklung kidi essentials kidi basic dia need. It's not like things they didn't like that. Toilet paper is like that.
I overheard you. I don't know who you were talking to just now. Sounded like Ndosi, and you were basically saying that, oh, you're gonna start locking, get in the bathroom, and let me use newspaper to wipe my bum. That's what made me come into the house to stand for myself because of the fact that I like literally did not do this, and I would suffer
that you
for
gave
that.
me in there, like you cannot go now. I was saying that if this
but that's only because last time you went in, if
you did not allow this discussion that we're having to happen, I'm saying that I had already taken a decision that now I have to lock my room and I'm not buying this anymore because I also noticed that how also going to the paper instead of asking you use this. If you use this, it block a toilet. And then I said, if you use this and it blocks the toilet, I'm gonna ask you to unblock the toilet. If you refuse, I unblock it.
Have I ever refused anything you asked me? And then you told me about it and did I not correct it?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Mama,
I don't say no to you.
Remember what you said?
I don't have the luxury to say no to you.
You said to me, Kirumena, the least that you could have done was to tell me that toilet is blocking. And then as usual.
I do not say no to anything.
That is why my response today is that
true.
If anyone uses this, because this thing, I buy it because can I use a hacker?
So then it justifies you locking the bathroom?
If
those are very harsh ways of dealing with people.
Yes, and I
no, there is no justifying such behavior, man.
I was going to do it. You know why?
Because it's just what you do, man.
If this conversation did not happen, the one that we're having, for you to understand why
you accused me of vandalizing
No, now you don't understand. I'm saying I'm correcting the situation and I'm making you understand why I'm looking. And I'm saying that now that who vandalized it to come and I can say then it means I lock my door. Listen. I was gonna do that if you did not allow me to have this conversation with you because you never give me an opportunity to talk to you when I'm not happy about
Lesedi
something.
does not deny anything.
Now, what
And
I'm
you
saying...
ask her because she doesn't fear you.
What I'm saying...
if Lesedi did not vandalize that situation,
What-
then you need to look into
now,
an intruder
Mamela,
in the house.
I'm going to try
I'm trying to highlight something that is important here. Because
intruder ka mo ntlong
how
ka
do
mo.
you know that if Lesedi denies doing that,
Ha
ma?
hona intruder ka mo ntlong.
You're always
Ha hona
talking
motho.
about how it is working in Munyako, I utswi, blah blah
Ho
blah.
tshwa re kene lona le botsa monyako intruder.
Lesedi was sitting in here earlier when I woke up,
Yeah.
the TV.
Yeah,
And then she went into her bedroom and the TV was still
Yeah,
on.
but then what did the intruder do? Open the wardrobe and left.
But
Not
my thing
even to
is,
get
why
toilet
would
paper, what?
Lesedi...
There's no intruder.
the thing is,
Ntho e important
Lesedi has her issues, but she's not a vandalist, and neither am I.
I think problem kore. I was going to do the ntho tse ke itse tseo di overhearing ke di bua. Had you not allowed me to
I
have
had
this
to come in because who in the world
Yes,
wants to
and
use newspaper to wipe their bum when there's toilet
glad
paper?
that you're doing that, because if you didn't, because I never
You were
get
so punishing, man.
because
There is no justifying the way you treat me.
how mamele o tswa mo o latla monyako wa chikana, you never
I did
listen.
chikane, ma.
You never listen.
I defend myself.
Is it nice to
Well,
say
man,
that
that is
to me?
because you came at me like a ton of bricks.
Is it
And then the tone of voice.
Can you
how
even,
gogota.
can
Ma,
you even
I can
sometimes
tell.
even
I can
apologize
tell.
to say, Mama was harsh, I'm
no,
sorry.
no, I can tell how gogota mole utlaka pelo etshweu, and I just open easily. I
No,
can
you
tell
never really
from your
open.
tone.
Kana go
I
make
can
you
tell
get me
from
to
your
go to
tone.
that- to
I
that-
can
to
tell
that
from your
thing.
tone. How gogota mole like how le jwalo? Ke a bula or ke a nkgopotsa, what do you need? Because I've got history where you have opened and then taken something out that I needed. So I asked you hantle and ke bona hantle. Mara ha o tla ka tone o tleng ka yona ka jeko. Hape after speaking with Michelle, ke gutlo bua le colleague ya gago
Man.
on the phone. That
I'm
I could
tired
hear you were
I'm
upset.
tired of the yes, I am.
Exactly my point.
Yes.
So how could
Now-
given the way
now,
Olenga
I'm
with
saying,
me, I had to
I'm glad
keep that environment closed.
Listen, I'm glad that we had this conversation, and I'm glad that we have an understanding that haki kile or kipatile something is to manage the supplies, not to deny you the supplies, not to deny the city the supplies. How one and try fedile and you feel yo, kinida paper towel. Wakena mkamra kwa my paper towel fedile. I can know higher.
But my question is, do you seriously think
everything.
out of spite in the fella I sit on the toilet seat and use 10,000 toilet papers to wipe my bum or my lower areas? I don't do that. Like the level of character assassination here is out of this world.
I like what you say. You know what I said, Kondos? I said, it could even be Lindan, because the way toilet paper is unbelievable. So by doing what I'm doing, it's for her as well, because I can say why the 18 times 3 toilet papers. No. So, and this is saber. Kita 60 kima.
I don't want to accuse Lindani of any wrongdoing.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
That's why I get
It's
I'm saying
it's absurd to think that
because of the
I'm
fact that
spiked in
I can say
especially considering you've known me since I was a child and how I use resources.
I'm not saying you're spiting me, and I'm not saying Lindani is spiting is stealing. I'm saying I don't know but something is wrong, and as a buyer and the person who spends money, I have to find a way of managing them. So Leah and herself, before you can ask here, Neki keep on toilet paper go going, Kikana toilet paper say want to. Do you think it's nice, Karabo? There was a time when I had to walk to my car, can't even. You know what toilet paper and things like that. Things like that, they just drain me. But I want you to understand that there is a problem. I don't know who is causing this problem in terms of supplies. As far as I'm concerned, read 3. And I really 3 once.
Well, there was a day when I came into your room and asked you for soap because soap needs feeling, and then you said how, but
That
I have
was
just
the
replaced
first
the
time.
soap, and then you were like, "Listen, you was lying. Oh, didn't kill it."
Can I
But the thing about
and
listen,
maybe
is,
they're not saying.
no matter how that's the thing. Why would she deny into the trial?
Yeah, but take a strong word. I know can see the paper saying. And then the next thing, Mark.
So why punish me for something? I'm
not
the one that deny. So I'm not accused of
You're not
lying.
listening. I'm saying I was upset. And I knew that I can't have a conversation with you because it's always difficult to have a conversation.
No, that
with
is
you.
not true. It is difficult
And-
for you to have a conversation with me when you come with that tone of yours that's very aggressive.
And now that we've had this conversation and you have a full understanding that I am not intending to deny you supplies, but I'm managing the supplies because honestly leak. I can't be leakage to a guy. I can't say Gwen, I can't say Kilindani, I can't say Kilistate. Therefore, what do? I have to manage it. And since I manage Karabo, this month, Kirekine therapy pay 36 too. Hona no, Kirika Kajel. Kwedi afela ka Friday.
Then
so
I don't know what's going on.
No,
but the
that's
thing why can't I be like a ton of bricks?
Kibona difference. So
Can I see the
when I
situation?
just understand that what I'm doing is not intended towards you or to deny you supplies or
All I want from you is just to ask, ma, toilet paper for the market, the pets, I won't deny you anything, Karabo. How can I talk after it again? How can I learn to travel like how can I now next week? But I will not say, I never could deny step as out I won't do that. Why? Why? That's the thing. Every time we put it on, why would I do that?
Why would you say vandalize or
So now you know, Hori.
And why
the
would I
whole
do it
intention of really feeling that my invasion, my privacy is invaded, and therefore I have to instill even further measures. But those measures crossed out. Why? Because we've had this discussion.
Hey, ma, but negative reinforcement is ridiculous.
That's the only way, Karabo.
No, it's not. You speak like you look at unreasonable people between me and this lady. This lady has health problems. So do I. Ma, there are certain things that you should know about your daughters, ma, and we are not into random vandalism.
My biggest problem with you, I can't have a conversation with you. Every time I go when it ends up in a fight. And another thing, understand that I know this conversation might not even go anywhere. This thing at the donation, what are the donations about?
Ma, but like, again, I asked you to help me get the money from Western Union, and I'm waiting for you.
I'm saying donations. Why are people donating money to you?
Because I asked.
Why are you asking for donations?
Ma, because I get to do what I want to do. I'm a grown woman. You told me. Well, I'm singing in order. That's why you hear me all up and loud. In the Hagibina. And when people like what I have to say, just like a person with a guitar case open on the floor, on the street, there are people who throw 10 rands at me because they think I can sing well. You say, I'm saying, I was not comfortable with that, so I sing. That's why I'm being given money. Somebody thinks that I can sing, and so they throw 10 rands into a guitar case.
So
that's what this is.
People have been throwing money at you.
No, not even that many. If any, it's one or two. But I can't even access it because of the situation. Yeah, I can't do. The only one I could access was a South African, but then somebody from the US used Western Union as a bank, and that's the one that I'm waiting for you to find the time to go to Santa with me concerning.
Why are you doing that?
I'm trying to get my life together so that I can buy my own toilet paper, so I can take my cat to the vet, and so I can contribute to this house.
You could also do.
I don't want to work in movies, ma. I'm a program manager. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't underestimate my talent. I am gifted. And you used to know that once upon a time to a point of telling me to join the South African Idol, and now today you don't even think I can become a gospel musician. Whatever happened to your faith in me?
Too smart.
My point exactly, and you want me to go and scan groceries at the Woolies. You tell me I am young and smart. You want to tell me how can I go Pick and Pay? You would never say that to Lesedi. I didn't even have to start that way when I was young. I started going in another what's this called Liberty Life. In a learnership program where I had to write a very intelligent essay to get in. And now I don't give an FMCG. For a mother that has got a daughter with a master's degree from Harvard and another one that's doing beautiful things with her young life, you are strangely distracting and defeatist for your middle kid. I was scared my Pick and Pay. You need to catch on to what's happening on social media. There are kids, people my age that have got entire salaries that pay them because they do covers on YouTube. You don't understand how that works. That's the thing. You've got a very geriatric mindset. It's a stream of income that has a lot more dignity for me as a person than sitting freaking laugh at me after destroying my life. That is what I'm not going to face. I am not about to watch my enemies watch me fall, and neither is my God going to let that happen. I mean, seriously speaking, you don't scare extended family. To no one. Your own siblings that does that, and you want your own child to go and debase herself like that. How dare you? Situation I wouldn't even be surprised if you did it yourself. You freaking broke your own old drop in order to cause a war. Yes, like it causing a child got to swim like a freaking sailor. You're like you know scared goes on just like it. This woman is so malicious. She's so malicious. Like, I tried to just start exercising. I'm already wearing my workout gear. I tried to just continue as normal. But I overheard her because her voice is literally astronomical and through the roof when she's busy rapping and lamenting and complaining about me even though I've done nothing wrong. I tried to ignore it, but upon eavesdropping and hearing what it is that she was saying, to my older sister on the phone, I basically overheard her saying that she's going to lock the bathroom. There's only one bathroom. That she's going to lock the bathroom and basically make me use a bucket or pee in a drain or something whenever I need to do that. And I'll have to see myself around. She was planning on doing that. She was planning on doing that to me. She was going to punish me that way for something, mind you, that I did not do. For something I did not do. My little sister has got her problems. She's got her issues. Unale attitude every so often that I can't stomach. Mara, one thing she would never do is vandalize anything good. Neither would I. So are we not dealing right now with a mad woman? Are we not dealing with somebody to a point of breaking just to fight a person? Demonic attack, guys. Sorry, I just want to put this phone here because my hand is sore from walking around. Thingy. I am actively working right now to get my life back together again. And this woman, I don't know if she has access to my social media or what. I don't know if she is aware of what's going on. But bottom line is whether or not she knows, whether or not she has understanding, that's irrelevant. What's relevant is that Satan does. The devil knows. The prince of the power of the air knows. And so she came back from wherever it is that she came from and probably broke I have got such weak upper body strength. I'm not the kind of person to prosper to break a lock, guys. I can never do that. I've tried, my push-ups, my pull-ups are so weak that I have to do those lady ones where you bend your knees. Yeah, that's how my pull-ups are. So to wrench a locked wardrobe open, it is not within my power. It is not within my abilities. It is not within my own upper body strength. And as for my little sister, she's a little bit bigger than me. She's a little bit taller and stronger. She's taken after her dad's body structure. He said he could prosper to open it, but I doubt she would do that. I doubt she would do that. Like I said, my little sister, she's got her problems. She's got issues. There are things that she does that grate the living daylights out of me. But that's not one of them. That's not something. She's not the kind of person to vandalize. She's got her own things. She's a spoiled brat. And so being spoiled, she doesn't need to yank a wardrobe open. So I have a very strong feeling, it's chilling in my gut, that my mother ripped Otoboele open herself and then accused me and my baby sister. Accused me, well, her intention was to accuse me, basically. However, she ended up accusing both of us because she called Leslie just to get to me. Now, the coffee is finished, like re-coffee. She bought Nescafe some time ago, and there was Nescafe and re-coffee, and because I prefer high quality coffee in Nescafe, I used the Nescafe coffee because it was there. And then she was like, no, you must first finish the re-coffee. So she hid the Nescafe coffee in her bedroom, and I was like, oh, she's doing the hiding again, whatever. So I just left it there, but now the re-coffee is actually finished. So I went to where I knew she hid the Nescafe, and that's what I had for breakfast. For the past 2 days, I've been drinking tea. And she was also not here this morning for me to ask her for the coffee. She had gone somewhere to a meeting off-site because she's been working Mochai ever since coronavirus hit, right? That is what in the world happened. So I grabbed coffee, and she found that I grabbed the coffee. My mother, I have spoken about this, and I was even walking here that day when I was speaking about what do you call this thing? How do people's characters change when they get into sorcery? They become entirely different people altogether, like brand spanking new. They just get indwelled by these satanic spirits, and so they can do nothing without the devil just kind of propelling them. They're like puppets on a string. I used the analogy of the man who locked his wife out of the cutlery drawer, and the wife found it confusing, and he was all aggressive. Well, this is what it is that we're dealing with at the present moment. My mother never used to be like this when I was a kid growing up on the come up. Never was she ever one to hide things. Plus, the domestic worker, we have had a lot of shady domestic workers. We have had a lot of like oddball domestic workers that have stolen things, that have burnt like laundry and left it in the wardrobe to like rot and suffocate and whatnot, and then we would find it like 2 months down the line that this woman did not let us know. We've had some pretty bad domestic workers in the past, but this one, she's honest. She's an honest woman, and she is respectful, and not only respectful, but there are just a lot of things about her that are worthy of writing home about. The domestic worker that comes every Friday. So I can accuse nothing of her. There is nothing in her that I can find that is blameworthy at all. Plus, on top of that, the Lord gives me a lot of insight in terms of people's characters. When somebody's not right, when somebody is like, a little bit of a horrible influence coming into the space, I just get dreams about them. I see stuff. I see how it is that they're probably just like not here in good capacities. If they are here to like put funny little witchcraft on like things, like God always shows me the darkness of people, and I've gotten nothing about the domestic worker. I've got nothing at all about her. Whether or not she is actually in the right or wrong is irrelevant at this particular moment. What must be rather understood is that all of this like horrendous mistreatment of my person in the name of provision, or I'm not going to do anything negative against you, is about me. All of these things that are happening are about me. The only Christian in the room, the only person indwelt by the Holy Spirit of the living God. It's about me. The hiding of coffee, the preferred brand of coffee that I want, the hiding of toilet paper, the hiding of roll-on, spray deodorant. I don't use things in bulk. Every so often I will take a roll of toilet paper, maybe 2, and put it in the bag for when I need to blow my nose. It's like having a box of tissues, but I don't have a box of tissues because I don't have money, so I take toilet paper. My mother would never have had a problem with that in the past, ever. And she is literally hyperbolizing. She is magnifying the truth of what is actually going on. She exaggerates losses. She says that she buys 18 packs of toilet paper per month, and she's lying like through her teeth. Like she's a fantastical liar, pseudo logia fantastica. She is a fantastical liar, and she is thwarting everything that I am doing. It's all about me. It's about resources, about things. I told you guys that I'm living the life of a person that refuses to take the mark of the beast. That is what is going on here. And so in living that kind of a life, the satanic spirits that are around, like y'all, like take a look at my life and gauge for yourselves thoroughly what life is going to be like for a person that refuses to take the mark of the beast. People are going to be turned into monsters. Like the inside of people having taken this mark in their right hand and on their foreheads is going to alter their consciences such that never mind consciousnesses, but consciences, such that they're completely seared and they will have an antagonism, a violence within them when they encounter somebody indwelt by the Holy Spirit, to a point of making, like I use the analogy a lot of the movie body snatchers. You know how if at all your body has not been snatched yet, there's somebody that screams like ah! And everybody realizes, like knows that you are a non-conformist, and so because you're a non-conformist, you then should be arrested or something and then made to have your body snatched. The world in the days of the Antichrist is going to be like that in the movie The Body Snatchers, or any zombie apocalypse movie really, where there are only 1 or 2 or 5 people that are still alive running away from zombies. And I am living that life in this country that is persecuting of Christians, where it is that anyone that's not indwelt by the Holy Spirit is like an agent in the Matrix. Like they can just get into anybody's body and scratch at me. So resources are extremely thwarted in my life, where I can't access basic things, basic things. And then because every so often she gets out of her demonic possession and enters into a right space of mind and realizes that she is being too harsh, she then starts to be like, I don't do stuff like that. It's not that I'm trying to withhold from you toiletries. It's not that I'm trying to withhold from you things you need. It's not that I'm trying to withhold from you ABCD. She makes an excuse. Basically, she tries to cover for herself because she realizes she's just acted out of character. When Satan is taking over umzimba wakho wonke, understand that the kinds of horrific scenes that you see in horror movies, like in the movie, and not Annabelle, but like the exorcism of Emily Rose, they happen where a person is entirely taken over. But demonic possession in waking life, in regular day-to-day life, the majority of it does not look like a person speaking in multiple tongues and growling, having to be put on a bed with like ties to their hands and whatnot. It doesn't look like that. It is people who manifest horrendous character. The people that just start to become murderous all of a sudden, or they're mean, or they just get aggressive. They do things that are out of whack, like breaking a wardrobe. They don't change face. They don't look obviously taken by demons. They don't crawl up walls like a fly. They just hide toilet paper. They hide Kleenex. They hide food. They lock bathroom doors. They say that you must use newspaper to wipe your bum. They do stuff like that. And I've been like trying to highlight the fact of the South African collective demonic possession is like a collective psychosis. People have been treating me like I'm a non-entity ever since I came to Christ, and Christians across this country are suffering that way. But nobody is highlighting it. Like, this is how I've been living for years. And now, because I'm about to get out of this darkness, because I'm actively working to get my life corrected, she is feeling a loss of control. Like, Satan is feeling a loss of control. And in feeling that loss, she's just becoming even more menacing than normal. She broke that wardrobe herself. My mother and my little sister are the only people on this property that have got enough upper body strength. And I would go so far as to say even Lesedi doesn't have it to rip open a wardrobe. My mother's the only one that has that strength in her. So she either did it deliberately in order to come at me, or she was taken over entirely by an entity, taken like literally lights out, zone out, and then wake up in a demonic space and then rip open the wardrobe and then come back and then be like, who did this? I have a feeling one of those 2 scenarios happened. Either she was malicious or spiteful enough to rip open a wardrobe herself, or she entered into a trance, ripped open the wardrobe, and then woke up, has no memory of having done that, and now she's accusing both my little sister and I. And they said he would never do that. I'm pretty sure of it. Like I said, she's got her issues, but stuff like that. And she's got too much decorum. She's got too much snobbishness and swag to be ripping open a wardrobe like a bandit just to grab toilet paper. I even tried to tell her that maybe there was an intruder in the house, because I was trying to highlight to her that something did this. I wanted to make her realize that she's got a problem and she needs deliverance. That's why I kept on saying, if Lesedi didn't do it, and I highly doubt that she did it. If Lesedi did not do it, and if I didn't do it, then who did? Who did? Somebody must have come here and intruded. And she was like, no, nobody came here. I just came home and next thing, the wardrobe has been ripped open. I'm trying to show her that, look, woman, it can only be you. Like, I tried to make it clear that it can only be you. It can only be you. It can only be you, because it was definitely not me, and it was also definitely not Lesedi. It can only be you. And you know what? All that Barbara needs to do to figure out that it was her is probably feel around her hand. Like, you know, after punching a person, well, I mean, I've never really punched, but I've seen a lot of movies where people punch each other, how you get like a bruise on your hand over here. If you've been in a fight, there are scratches. There are evidences of the fact that there's some kind of trauma there that landed on your hand because of being in a physical altercation. Well, if you fought somebody in a trance, if you fought somebody in some kind of a state of being taken over, you will know that you were at war. By looking at your body, there will be trauma on it. There will be trauma. It's also like getting a date rape. You know, like when somebody roofies a woman, you might not recall the sexual encounter. You might not recall actually doing anything. But then in the morning you wake up and you're all sore. So the trauma's there. Whether or not you remember doing it is irrelevant. Bottom line is something happened. because you can feel. So the only way that Barbara can check if at all she broke that wardrobe is to feel around her own hand to gauge if she pulled so hard that a very firm lock would just break a wardrobe apart. The way to check is to see the trauma on her own hands, to feel discomfort in her own hands, perhaps even bruising. Then she would know that she's been taken over by a demon. I don't know if she did it in her own personal capacity, aware of it out of malice and spite, or if the devil took her over. But right now, I am being accused of crimes I did not commit, and Satan is desperate to a point of manifesting in this woman in a very Emily Rose possession type way. We war not against flesh and blood. I am presently asking Vele Vele for donations online. You guys know that. I'm working, but I don't think this woman is aware of it because God has put a demarcation. He has made sure or prevented anything from happening. She asked me who it is that you're asking donations from. I was like, I'm singing. That's why every so often you hear me screaming on top of my voice. There are people who want to give me money for singing. That's not the truth, of course. I'm doing a myriad of things. I'm giving the gospel. I'm telling my comprehensive story. She's freaking out. There is somebody who sent me $40 a couple of days ago, and I can't access it because they used Western Union like international money transfers, and I, for the life of me, cannot get the app on an iOS phone, and I also cannot get the what do you call this? The funds are not reflecting on the Standard Bank account, so I would have to go to a Western Union agent, and the only one that is available that is in Sandton, it's in Fourways Mall. So I went the other day and I asked her, please get me that Western Union. And it's funny because this person warned me. This person warned me and was like, this person that you're living with, do not let them know. Let it be water under the bridge. Like, let it slide. Let it slide. Do not tell her that you got money from me, because the Lord has given me understanding that if you tell her, you're going to get harassed, you're going to get severely abused, you're going to get, because it's like a loss of control. Did I listen? Did Karabo listen? Did Karabo open her ears? No, I didn't listen. I still was like, no. I mean, $40, that's like 614 rands. Like, that's toiletries that I've been locked out of. So I can go and buy a box of tissues myself and be cool. I can go and buy roll-on and spray deodorant and benzoyl peroxide for my acne. I can go and get all that stuff, and I want the money. I have had no money for months, and so I was like, I'm gonna get this money. She's not gonna sit on my cash. So I had to tell her that I got sent $40 by somebody generous from the United States, and that made her be like, who is this person? Like, what's going on? My goodness, like, she's literally like ruminating on this. She's like desperate to control me. I'm a 37-year-old woman, and she wants to tell me what to do for a career. She wants to tell me where to get money, how to make money. She has no clue even how YouTube works, how it is that people can actually make an entire career out of it, how they can get salaries out of it, and it pays them in dollars nogal. And I told her that I am singing like a person putting a guitar case on the floor. You heard me, the explanation that I gave earlier. Because I, of course, can't tell her everything else that's going on here. I cannot tell her everything else that's going on. And she wants to know, where are you getting the money? Where are you getting the money? This woman told me to go and work at Woolies to scan groceries. I have a career that came and went where I was a program manager, and she wants me to go and scan groceries at the Pick and Pay. I told her, like, no one in the family even works those kinds of jobs, and you want me to go and do that. It's ridiculous. My older sister has a Harvard freaking degree, and this woman wants there to be that level of disparity between siblings in one household. What kind of rubbish is that? Like, what kind of a parent does that to their own child? My mother never used to be like this. I mentioned 2 of my friends that put sorcery on me. I am probably going to have to cut out their names or bleep them or whatever, because I just, like, out of self-control, lack of it, because I was like in the heat of the moment, I called out their names. But those 2 women, those 2 friends of mine that were sorcery on me from the past, they basically have converted my mother into a zombie, a robot. Do you understand? That can do nothing but their bidding. But for me to be seen literally scanning groceries or folding clothes at Woolies. These wicked friends of mine from my past that put sorcery on my career. This woman wants me to be the laughingstock of those silly women. She wants me to, like, the Lord says that I will not allow you to be put to shame. And she wants me to put myself in shame. I mean, you have heard me speak, you have heard me talk, you've seen the suite of giftedness that I have. And this woman wants me to go with all of that giftedness. I told her I'll go and give all of my talents to YouTube then. I will go on YouTube and I will sing. I will go on social media and I will speak my mind. I will literally scream on the rooftops and say what I need to say. And this woman was like, you're busy begging for money on the side of the street. And I'm like, I'm sorry? You think singing a cover on YouTube is the tantamount of begging for money on the street? Last time I checked, there are people who are now currently millionaires, having started music careers independently on YouTube by doing covers. Millionaires. Go find me a millionaire that's sitting outside of Rosebank, indeed with a guitar case on the floor, where somebody's throwing 10 rands in there. She's annoyed by the fact that somebody sent me dollars, because Africans get crazy when they hear the word dollar, right? She's annoyed by that. Like, it's only $40, it's not even all that much money, but it is a lot in my life because I've got nothing at all. And just that transaction alone has made her get off the edge. And the person who sent me that $40 warned me. The guy told me, hey, do not tell the people who want ill for your life that I am sending you this, because the Lord has shown me it's only going to get you hurt something bad. Like I said, I didn't listen. This woman wrenched her own wardrobe open. Why would I do that? Why would I vandalize her property? And on top of that, she started to calm down as I was speaking. You heard. She started to calm down. You could tell the change of tone. She started to calm down because she realized that it's unlike me. It's like character assassination to the nth degree. She knows that I'm not the kind of person to go out like that. And so because she is aware that I'm not the kind of person to go out like that, she's probably wondering, how did this happen? How did this happen? Perhaps she can feel the trauma in her hand to realize that she doesn't have self-control. The Bible has written therein, guys, that the Lord has come to set the captives free, okay? When you know that you've got a demon possession, when you know that you sleepwalk and you wake up in the morning having killed your dogs, when you know that when you're sleepwalking, you vandalize your bathroom and you break the crockery in the kitchen, when upon sleepwalking you literally dive off your second-story balcony and you find yourself in the hospital in the morning, do you not on that day then realize you've got a problem, you've got a big one, and you need professional help? You do, right? Like if you were to wake up after sleepwalking and find your 2 cats dead, like your animals dead. Is my cat coming around? Is my cat getting healed? When you find your 2 cats dead and the blood is on your hands, you would go and see a doctor to see if they can't help you stop sleepwalking. If my mother can feel the trauma in her hands and therefore realize that she did that to her own wardrobe, she is like a sleepwalker that can commit murder in her sleep. She needs help. She needs to go to Christ and ask for deliverance. This is a spiritual issue. She needs to be exorcised. She needs to be exorcised, and there's nothing I can do because in and of myself I'm not going to prosper to get that Satan out of her. She's too strong. She would kill me if I try to perform an exorcism. I need brothers, strong men that would hold her, put her down, and even then she would have to consent, because then it would be the tantamount of, like satanic ritual abuse or something. It would be the tantamount of a crime if at all we did that to her without her consent. So she cannot get help unless she says, please help me. But if you're going to find bruises on your knuckles a night after having been involved in some altercation that is physical, but you don't recall it, you need help on that day. Somebody is making you sleepwalk. She is sleepwalking. Demon-possessed people are sleepwalkers. They have got no memory of what they've done sometimes, and they don't even want to get help. Like, I'm living in a country full of such people because they love witchcraft. That's what happens when you eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can't even remember what you did sometimes. I will die at the hands of this woman. Earlier I said she's going to end up killing me. I call her a dog because my heart, I keep getting attacked like this, like just standing. And when she is in this aggressive mode, she can murder. If I don't get taken out of this, I'm in trouble. She now already knows that I'm asking for donations online. It is only a matter of time before she goes into my Facebook and finds everything I've ever written, finds everything I've ever uploaded, posted. I'm in trouble. I had to lie and say that I'm busy singing and uploading my content on YouTube. And now that she's aware that I'm uploading stuff on YouTube in order to try and regain my career, she might even want to stop the Wi-Fi in the house. But I know that that's probably not going to be something that's going to happen because she needs it for work. And you heard her saying that she's only got 4 months on her career. Indeed, she's about to retire, and that's why I'm trying to rise right now, because as soon as she retires, I am basically scrapped for the rest of my life. It's over. It's over. She's gonna start losing everything. This woman could help me get my life back together again, but she doesn't want to. And when she helps me get my life back together again, I would make sure that she keeps her house, she keeps her cars, she keeps her Wi-Fi, her lifestyle. Basically, she's killing somebody that could help her stay abreast, and she doesn't care about that. She is literally destroying the life of her own child, sleepwalking. And these are the spells cast on her by ex-boyfriends, freaking whack friends, and some random colleagues, like people that I knew or did not even know, complete strangers that went and converted my mother into a zombie. And now today she is butchering me like a freaking lumberjack, a typical black man that goes and hacks a woman to death. My mother is doing that to her own daughter in a country that has got the worst statistics in terms of treatment of women. I am being, literally, she is like those exes of mine, these wicked men that have done this to me, that have basically killed me in the spirit, are living vicariously through Barbara's body. This is what I have to deal with, the level of demonic possession that enters into a person when they're involved in the occult and are also victims of other witches that go on right ahead and inspire satanic entities into them. I am covered and I'm protected by God. I've ducked a bullet. I had to go and calm down a witch. I had to go and calm her down, so that she won't lock me out of a bathroom, so I can pee and poop if I want to, and wipe my butt with toilet paper and not newspaper. I had to go and negotiate with Satan to let me use amenities in the house. If I did not do that, if I did not calm her down, if I did not de-escalate, I'd be sitting on the edge of my seat every single day, unable even to use the bathroom when I want to use the bathroom. And just the other day I wrote about how it is that I'm sick and tired of not having my own bathroom. I need to get out of here, people, please. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Literally, my life is in danger. How much longer? Like, you see this that you just witnessed now. There are so many, like a buxom load amount of events of this nature that I have recorded over 8 years. This is nothing. If you think what just happened today was bad, understand that there are some really bad things that I've caught on camera. Today, the camera was facing, my body, because I couldn't let her see that I was recording. There are days when I would be recording with my camera, like standing right there, like the other day when I was working out, and she would just walk in and attack me. So you see the whole thing happening. I've been going through that for 8 years straight. 8 years. Someone rescue me. Please, I don't want to die. I'm going to end up dying. At this rate, this here is what happens in a country that loves witchcraft. This is what happens among people. This is what life is going to be like in Revelation 13 when people have taken the mark of the beast. Christians are going to be beheaded, easily killed, handed over to death by family members because they get like that when they feel like they're about to lose control. I've been begging God to take my life, but he hasn't done it. So if God won't take my life, I'm not going to go and take it myself. I need help to get out of this, please. I'm signing out. I need to work out. In Christ's name. Good night.